go ahead and get started. All right, so making your way to your mat. We're gonna be working through our hips, shoulders, core, legs today. And we'll begin by sitting in an easy seat, Sukhasana. It doesn't matter which leg is in front, we're gonna be switching it out. And making your way to your mat, removing anything that may be preventing your sits bones from connecting and grounding into the earth beneath you. And if you'd like a block underneath your hips, that can help open up your hips a little bit more or a little bit easier than just sitting on your mat. A blanket underneath you can also help. As you make your way here onto your mat, and if you feel safe and comfortable in closing your eyes down and taking your gaze inward, letting any ambient noises within the room become part of your experience, part of your presence. Taking your internal eyes down into your heart space where your breath flows in and out. Beginning there, taking a body scan, noticing where you may be at today in your body, where you need a little extra love, and finding your alignment within your sitting posture, stacking your head over your shoulders over your hips. If you're leaning too forward or too back, just finding that minor adjustment so that you feel the lengthening of your spine. And drop your shoulders down away from your ears. Let your elbows soften, your hands soften. A few moments to take in presence within the room, the sounds around you. Prior to your arrival on your mat, just float down into the earth, let it be carried away. My name is January, I'll be your guide today. If there's anything I cue in your body that doesn't work, take any variation that does. Keep your body safe. This is your practice. Drawing your attention back to your breath, pressing your lips together, let your belly soften on your inhale. Draw your breath all the way down to your expanding belly, and then let your air fill up your lungs all the way to your collarbones, and then open your mouth, sigh it out. And another slow inhale. Let your softening belly take in the full expanse of your breath, drawing it through your lungs. As you reach the top, pause for one heartbeat and then sigh it out. And another breath, perhaps deeper than the last one, really expanding multidimensionally into your body with your breath all the way to the top. And as you sigh it out, use your tummy muscles to press out anything left unsaid, any last stitch of air stuck into your lungs. Let it all push out. And on your next inhale, breathe in appreciation for this very moment. And allow your breathing to softly return to normal. And invite your eyes to open just a little bit or keep them closed, up to you. On your next inhale, bring your arms to the sides of your mat. Inhale, scoop your arms up overhead, reach up, stretch up, lengthen your spine. Inhale a little sip of air in. On your exhale, drop your shoulder blades down your back body, cactus your arms. Squeeze your shoulder blades back behind you, tilt your tailbone, lift your heart forward, take your gaze up just a little bit, squeeze. And inhale, take your right elbow underneath your left elbow and finding your eagle arm bind. Maybe you just have the backs of your hands connect, or you wrap, or even taking a hug if that feels better. Now notice what's going on in your shoulders. Can you drop your shoulders away from your ears? Soften your belly. Let your elbows meet your torso. A gentle stretch into your shoulders. If you'd like to take it a little deeper, inhale to lengthen and exhale. Take your elbows down towards your lap. Little back bend, little forward bend. Inhale, slowly rise, release your eagle arm bind, coming back into cactus. Squeeze your shoulder blades, press your hands and your elbows to the back. Shine your heart forward. Little sip of air in, little exhale. Inhale, bring your arms back around to the front. This time your left elbow underneath your right. And soften your shoulders, let your elbows rest. If you take that forward fold, inhale. And on your exhale, forward fold, elbows down to your shins, your lap. And then inhale, open, coming back to that cactus, arms. Squeeze your shoulders a little bit deeper this time. Notice how this may have changed from the first time that we cactused. And inhale, reach your arms, this time up towards the sky. Lengthen, stretch, bring your biceps up by your ears. Find length in your spine. Exhale, shoulders drop back down. And right arm meets the mat, left arm reaches up and over. Now imagine, rather than collapsing into your waist, keep your obliques strong, fire them up, sit nice and tall, and then bend over a beach ball, opening these upper rib cage around your heart, getting into those intercostal muscles. Take it just a little deeper if you can. Inhale, rise both arms to the sky. Exhale, left hand down, right arm reaches for the corner of the room where the wall meets the ceiling, finding that beach ball bend on this side, opening the intercostal muscles of the ribs. Inhale, both arms to the sky. We'll flow this one time, both sides. Exhale, right hand down, left arm reaches. Inhale, rise. Exhale to the left, the welcoming sun. Good morning. Inhale, fingers to the sky. Exhale, monsoon rain. Let it float down. If you have anything underneath your seat, now's a good time to remove it. Blankets can stay. Extend your legs. Give them a little shake out, a little wiggle. Massage your kneecaps. Flex your feet. They've been wadded up in that Sukhasana for a minute. And then hug your knees back in. Opposite leg to the front this time. You want to balance out both sides of our hips. If you need some support with your blocks underneath your knees. Well, you'll know when you stand up. No, just kidding. I couldn't remember either. All right, so finding your support, finding your center of gravity, coming back into your breath, tuning back in. We're going to take a little twist now. Inhale, fingers rise towards the sky, reach up, stretch your torso long. Exhale, rotate to the right, bring your right hand back behind your tailbone, left hand reaches for the thigh. Inhale, lengthen your spine, lift up, stretch up. Exhale, rotate just a little more to the right, leading with your heart, twisting at your belly button. Inhale, unwind, fingers reach for the sky once again. And exhale, rotate to the left, towards the east, the cycles. Welcoming sun, welcoming your day. Inhales to lengthen. Exhales to twist a little deeper. And inhale, unwind, fingers to the sky. And then rain down. Extend your legs, give them a little shake out. All right, keep your left leg long. Bend your right knee and take the inside of your foot to the inside of your thigh. Janusharasana. We'll take a little stretch towards that leg. Inhale, fingers rise towards the sky. Rotate your belly button towards your toes. Flex your foot, engage your left thigh. And exhale, slowly hinge towards that leg. Keep the thigh engaged for now. Feel that deeper stretch along the back side of your leg. And then soften your thigh. You can play with this experience of engaging the thigh and softening, and feel how that changes the stretch in your body. Maybe point and flex your toes. Give yourself a little bit extra love along that leg. And then find just a few breaths of stillness. Allow your shoulders to rest away from your ears, your elbows to soften. Let your body deepen from your hips a little bit closer towards your leg. Slow breath in and let that breath out. And on your next inhale, use your fingertips, walk yourself back to a seated position and switch out your legs. Right leg grows long, left leg hugs in. And then inhale, fingers to the sky. Exhale, hinge forward, rotate the belly towards that leg. And then play with the engagement of your thigh and the flexing of your foot. And then soften down for just a breath, maybe two. On your next inhale, use your fingertips, walk yourself back to a seated position, extend both legs long, give them a little shake. And then take your legs wide-legged, sitting here. Take this into a little bit of a stretch. Just take it as wide as is comfortable for you. If it's too much, adjust. Take your arms to the sides of your body. Inhale, reach up. Bring your palms together, interlace your fingers, and then flip your palms towards the sky. Stretch up out of your body. Bring your biceps by your ears. Lengthen, inhale. Exhale, bend over to the right. Try to keep the left glute, the left leg grounded. Inhale, rise. Exhale over to the cycles. Inhale, fingers to the sky. Exhale, hands rain down in front. Reach for the ground. And then take a nice little inhale. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, walk your fingertips forward. Keep your spine straight as long as you can. And when you get to the edge where you feel that maximum stretch, then allow your elbows to bend, your back to round. Bring your elbows to the mat or to a block. And tune back into your breath. Notice if you can relax your legs any place, your hips, your kneecaps. A little bit softer there in your body. Take a slow inhale through your nose, good count to 4. A longer exhale. And on your next inhale, use your fingertips, walk yourself back up to a seated position. Bring your feet close together and then take them to one side or the other, making your way into a tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over your hands, your wrists, your hips over your knees. Untuck your toes and begin finding the tabletop strength, pressing the tops of your feet into the mat, your shins into the mat as much as you can. Pull your belly button in towards your spine, the transverse abdominis, the part of your tummy in between your belly button and your pubic bones. Pull that muscle up and in. Press down into the mat with your hands, so much so that maybe your shoulders round a little bit and you feel strong in your body. Inhale, walk your hands one palm print towards the top of your mat. Separate your fingertips wide. Ground down into the earth with all of your finger joints so your palm lifts a little bit like you're palming a basketball. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, down dog. Send your hips to the sky. This may be your first down dog of the day. Take a few moments to walk out your dog, bending into your right knee, your left knee. Maybe you take both of your heels over the right and then the left. Just moving, waking up your hamstrings. And finding stillness in your body. Let your heels float a little closer to the mat if you can. It doesn't matter if they touch or not. Keep your knees bent as much as you need to honor and protect your hamstrings. Now let's deepen the inverted V. Tilt your tailbone up like you do when you're doing a cat-cow. Draw your chest a little closer to your thighs. Relax your head, your neck, your jaw. Slow breath in and exhale. On your next inhale, lift your right leg back towards the back wall. Toes point down towards the mat. Flex your foot. Send your energy from your right hand all the way through your body, out your heel. Inhale, look at your hands. Exhale, send your right foot in between your palms. Stack your knee directly over your ankle. Spin your back heel back and down. Inhale, rise to warrior two. Take your time. Now in your warrior two, find your alignment. Look down at your knee and see that your knee is stacked directly over your ankle. And you can see the inside of your foot from the inside of your knee. Pull that transverse abdominis down and in. Squeeze your shoulder blades like you've got a pencil and stretch your fingertips in opposite directions, gazing over your front fingers, your right hand. Inhale, lengthen up out of your spine. Exhale, reach towards the front of the room. When you can't go anymore, tick-tock your arms. Maybe you take your forearm and place it onto your thigh. And if you have that connection, just become aware. Are you leaning into it so much that you're not using your obliques? Use your tummy muscles. Use those obliques to fire up your body. A slow breath in. Let it go. On your next inhale, rise back into warrior two. Recommit to the bend in your front knee. And then exhale, reverse your warrior. High five the back wall. Breathe into your right side lung. Inhale, move back to warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to either side of your foot. Step your right foot to meet the back foot, coming into high or low plank. Keep your knees down for more support in low plank. We're going to take a chaturanga flow. If you'd like to skip it all together, meet us in down dog. If you'd like to flow, let's fire up your plank. Engage your thighs, lift your kneecaps. Pull your belly up and in. Pull that transverse abdominis in. Press down into the mat, so much so that maybe your shoulders don't. Lift this belly, strong body. Fire this up, pull that in. Last expression. Inhale, shift your heels over your toes. Exhale, bend your elbows. Keep your elbows close to your rib cage as you lower all the way down to the earth. Strong body. We'll take 3 yogi back bends of choice. The first one is going to be baby cobra. Bring your big toes to touch, your heels to touch. Engage your thighs, pressing the tops of your feet into the mat. Exhale all your air out. Inhale, lift your heart space. Little bit of weight in your fingers, maybe none. Use your back muscles. Lift a little higher. Exhale, lower back down. That's the first yogi back bend of your choice. Second yogi will be cobra. Separate your feet hip width distance apart. Draw your hands down to the bottoms of your rib cage. Elbows point up to the sky. Exhale all your air out. And on your inhale, straighten your arms. Lift your heart. Unclench your glutes. Last expression, up dog, lifting your knees up off of the mat. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, down dog. Those are your 3 yogi back bends of choice. Walk out your dog, take a big inhale, exhale. Anytime we do a chaturanga flow, you can choose which back bend you would like. It's up to you, it's your practice. Or skip it all together and just meet us in down dog. Getting ready to flow. Inhale your left leg back towards the back wall, toes point down. Square your foot, square your hips to the mat. Inhale, look at your hands. Exhale, send your left foot in between your palms. Stack your knee over your ankle. Spin your back heel down. Inhale, slowly rise to warrior 2. Now look down. How's your warrior 2? Can you see the inside of your foot? Are you chaturasanaing yourself out of your practice by not having wide enough of a stance? Can you shimmy your left foot a little bit further and sink down a little bit lower? Pull the belly in, neutralize that tailbone. Squeeze your shoulder blades, stretch your fingertips in opposite directions. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, reach towards the front of the room. When you can't go any further, tuck your arms. You take your elbow to your thigh, but don't let your obliques be weak there. Just little to no weight. Stretch your right fingertips up to the sky. Inhale, rise to warrior 2. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Keep that bend in your front knee. Breathing into your left side lung. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to either side of your foot. Step your left foot to meet your right foot, finding your high or supported plank. Option to skip the chaturanga or meet us in down dog. If you're flowing, inhale, shift your body weight so your heels are stacked. Exhale, bend your elbows so you lower all the way to the earth. Yogi back bend of choice. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, down dog. Good work. Walk out your dog. Notice what may have changed in your down dog from the first time. Deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. On your next inhale, look at your hands. Walk your feet up to meet your wrists. Separate your feet hip width distance apart. That's going to be 2 of your fists bumped in between your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Take your hands to your shins or to your block. Pull that transverse abdominis in. You'll feel your tailbone neutralize. Now draw your shoulder blades down your back body like you do when you're standing in mountain, and extend the top of your head towards the front of the room, lengthening your spine, becoming like a table. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, ground down into the earth with your feet. Isometrically separate your legs like you're stepping your feet apart, but they stay right where they're at. And inhale, rise with a straight spine all the way up. Fingers rise into mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. Slow breath in, slower breath out. And take a moment, take a break, get a sip of water. A windmill. How'd you do? All right, we're going to work into our balancing postures next. So take your blocks and put them right up here at the front of your mat so that we can get them if needed. Bring a little balance buddy around if you'd like. Give me a little wave. I'll bring you one of these little friends. Help you balance. Bring one with you just in case. You can give me a little wave. I'll bring one over. All right, balance buddies are always helpful. I'm going to set this down here. If anybody needs it, just give me a wave. Or you can move to the cycles or a wall, whatever is up for you. All right, bring your feet hip width distance apart. That's going to be 2 of your fists bumped together, placed in between your feet. And that's going to give you that proper bone alignment for your body. Toes point forward. We're going to take 2 variations of chair. But first, let's get our balance right with our heels. So reach down, grab one of your blocks, and just tuck it right up in there in between your thighs. Separate your toes as wide as they'll go and plant them back onto the ground, and find that balance in between all corners of your feet. Now, lift your kneecaps, lift your thighs, hug your hips in towards one another, squeeze the glutes, pull that transverse abdominis in. You'll feel your tailbone lengthen behind you. Your arms can be at heart center, they can be in mountain, whatever choice is yours. And on your next inhale, we're going to lift the heels, slowly lean forward into the ball mounds of your feet, lifting one or both of your heels, using your balance buddy if needed, squeezing everything into that block. Keep squeezing, that's the focus of your balance. Press the tops of your feet a little more towards the top of the room. Your body knows what to do. Keep squeezing. Come in and out of this as much as you need to. Exhale, lower your heels back to the ground. Reset. We'll do this one more time. Inhale, lift your heels. Slowly squeeze everything. Tighten up that abdominal muscle. And exhale, lower. All right, we're going to keep the block here for chair, keeping your alignment. Inhale, arms reach for the sky. Exhale, bring your palms down, hands in front of your body. Draw your shoulders blades back into their sockets. Pull your belly button in on your inhale. Exhale, sit down in your chair. You can sit down in any kind of chair you want, a toadstool, a bar stool, any kind of chair. No matter which chair you choose, look down and see your toes peeking out in front of your knees. If you don't see them, just shift your body weight back a little bit. Maybe you can feel your toes lift. Pull the belly in. Neutralize that tailbone, pointing it towards the back edge of your mat. Draw your shoulder blades back into their sockets. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. You're beautiful, you're proud, you're strong. Sit down a little bit lower for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rise. Keep your arms where they're at. Breathe it out. Next expression, we're gonna do a chair, but with our heels lifted. If you'd like to do the chair we just did, take that one. If you'd like to try this one, follow my cues. Pull the belly in, tighten up those legs. Inhale, slowly lift your heels. Exhale, sit down in your chair. This is gonna be a little different chair. Your knees are gonna come over your toes, but pull your shoulders back in your sockets, shine your heart forward, pull the belly in. Sit down a little lower for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rise. Exhale, rain down. Whew. Let that block go. Shake it off, walk it off. Woo-wee. Get that heart rate up. Little cardio. All right, we've got a couple balancing postures next. But first, let's take a little body stretch. Keep your feet hip-width distance apart. Inhale, fingers up towards the sky. Interlace all of your fingers. Flip your palms up to the sky. Bring your biceps by the ears. Stretch up, lengthen. Inhale, exhale. Hinge over to the right. Send your hips to the left. Grounding down into that left foot. Stretching along that left side hip. Inhale, rise. And exhale over to the east, the cycles. Hip goes to the right. Balance goes into that right foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring your hands down into little tiny pockets along your backside. Squeeze your shoulders, point your elbows back. Inhale, lift your heart, send your hips forward as you take a mini back bend. Maybe your gaze goes to the sky, maybe just your eyes. And inhale, slowly rise up out of this. Exhale, bend your knees a lot, forward fold, lovingly caress your legs all the way down to meet the mat. If you moved your blocks out of the way, bring them back into alignment here in front of you. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, isometrically separate your legs, rise with a straight spine all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to take eagle pose next. If balance buddy is a friend or a cycle. Reach to find those places that you need. Bring your big toes to touch, little sliver of light in between your heels. Inhale, arms rise to the sky. Exhale, right arm underneath your left arm. Find those eagle arms, taking the bind or the hug, whatever feels good for you. And then lift your elbows in line with your shoulders. Inhale, pull the belly in. Exhale, sit down in your chair. Inhale, lift your right leg up and cross your legs in your chair. Option to take that bind. And then sit down a little bit lower. Squeeze your thighs together. Lift your elbows up to your shoulders. If you'd like to take this deeper, inhale, exhale, take your elbows down to your knees. Unwind and extend your right leg long into a warrior three with eagle arms. It's up to you. You can stay where you're at if you'd like or try. And a slow inhale, coming back out of your eagle. Let your eagle fly. And land back to the earth. Shake it off. All right, let's try the other side. I'm going to turn the fans on. It's getting hot in here. All right, so the other side. This time the left arm is going to come underneath the right arm. Inhale, eagle arms. Exhale, left arm under the right. Inhale, belly in. Exhale, sit down in your chair. Then inhale, lifting your left leg up and over, crossing your thighs. Finding that bind or a little kickstand. And then sit down a little bit lower. See if you can lift your spine so that you're a little straighter. Sit down. If you'd like to take that eagle arms, inhale and exhale your elbows to meet your knee, and then unwind, extending your left leg back behind you. Warrior three with eagle arms. Inhale, slowly come back to land, unwind, let your eagle fly. Breath out, good work. All right, we're gonna use these blocks for one-legged mountain. This is our last standing balancing posture. I'm gonna demonstrate what we're gonna do here. You can take your toes to the block or flex your foot and find that balance challenge. And then we'll take it a little deeper if you'd like to by twisting open. So it's up to you how deep you want to take it. So bring your toes close together, a little sliver of light. Put that block up underneath your right foot so if you need it, it's there. And then ground down into that left leg. Engage your kneecap, your thigh on the left side. Hug that hip in, pull the belly in. Bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, lift your right thigh parallel to the earth. Toes to that block or flex your foot for more of a balance challenge. Finding your center here. You could stay here. If you'd like a little bit more, inhale your arms up to the sky. And exhale, rotate your heart open to the prop room. Arms come parallel to the earth. Inhale, slowly unwind, coming back to the front. And exhale, hands to heart center as you step your right foot down. Walk it out, let your left foot go. Rotate your ankles. And then set your other block up so that your left foot can be there, finding support if needed. Ground down through that right leg, pulling everything in, a strong root into the earth. And when you're ready, inhale, arms to heart center, and begin lifting your left thigh parallel to the earth, finding that balance or flexing your foot. Stay here if you'd like a little bit more of a challenge. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, rotate open to the left side. Arms parallel to the earth. Pull the belly in. Inhale, unwind, coming out the same way you came in. Exhale, hands to heart center, step down, walk it out. Whew. All right, we've got one more challenge here as we make our way to the ground. We'll do it together. We'll take a toe stand next. I'll guide you into it. If toe stand doesn't work in your body, Simply just make your way down onto your glutes, sit down and hug your knees in. But take it where you'd like to be. I'll guide you through the process here. Big toes to touch, a little sliver of light between your heels. Not so close that your bunions crunch, though that hurts. Inhale, arms, reach for the sky, stretch up, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center, bend your knees a lot, stick your booty out behind you, forward fold, take your hands to those blocks, find the thigh to chest compression. Inhale, lift your heels and sink your glutes to meet your heels. Squeeze your thighs together. Now, take your knees so that they come down, your legs, your thighs parallel to the earth, your spine lengthens behind you. Keep your thighs squeezed together. If it doesn't work, just sit down. If you'd like to take a balance challenge, bring one hand to your heart, then the next. If you'd like a little bit more, lift your glutes up off of your heels. Strength, strong body. And exhale, bring your hands back down, sit down onto your mat and extend your legs long. Give them a little shake out. Catch your breath, get a little sip of water. And bring a block next to you. We're going to use it here just a little bit. But let's make our way into what I call a floating boat. We'll roll back onto our back from a boat. But bend your knees, bring your toes to the mat. Then inhale your arms out towards the front of your body. Bring your shoulders back into alignment. Slowly leaning back until one or both of your feet lift up off the ground, finding your boat. And then if you'd like to take this and join me in rolling back from a boat into happy baby, take your fingers, wrap them around your big toe or around the outside of your foot, and then straighten your legs. Finding that you can actually balance your butt. Slow breath in. And on your exhale, bend your knees, roll back onto your spine, find your happy baby. Let your tailbone connect with the mat. And then find your inner bliss. Let yourself play. And then releasing your legs, extend your feet up towards the sky, waterfall pose. Give your ankles a little circle. Maybe your legs are like seaweed or a kitty cat needing its favorite space on a sunny Sunday windowsill. If shoulder stand is in your practice, lift up your hips, take a plow pose, taking your feet up over your head. A little bit deeper stretch, or stay right where you're at, it's up to you. Slowly make your way back down onto the mat. Bend your knees, place your feet onto the mat, reach for your block. We'll take a brief supported bridge to let all of this go along the front side of the hips. Snuggle your heels a little closer to your glutes. Bring your shoulders underneath your back. Inhale, lift your hips up off of the ground. Slide that block underneath your sacrum, the bony part of your bony plate of your tailbone. And then rest. Option 2, extend your legs long, one or both legs. Stretching the front side of your hips out. If it feels good, take your arms up overhead, getting a little bit more of a stretch there. Maybe grabbing opposite elbows with opposite hands. Let your glutes soften, let your belly soften, your breath start to flow back into your soft belly, slowing down your exhales. fingertips up just enough to bring that block from underneath you. And notice where your strap is at if you'd like that for cat pulling its tail. And then hug both of your knees in towards your torso. Give yourself a little hug, a little sway side to side. And finding your stillness, gently roll over to your right side, taking both knees over to the right. Like a little bit more of a hip stretch, extend your left leg straight out towards the right side. And gently let your left shoulder melt back towards the ground. Bend your right knee and reach back with your left hand or your strap. Grab a hold of that leg.
Purpose is all purpose. I think it was there anyhow somewhere. Yeah, thank you. Oh.
Use those blocks underneath your leg for more support. If you like more of a thigh stretch, point your right knee towards the front of the room. Get that thigh stretch in here along your right leg. Be easy with your body. Every exhale, an opportunity to soften down. Like a little bit of a lymphatic opener, take your gaze over towards the cycles, letting all those lymph nodes in your neck become flush. Slow breath in, and a soft breath, softening down. Take a slow inhale through your nose, and on your exhale, release your tail. Hug your knees back in towards your torso, rolling back onto your spine, and resetting your hips. And now rolling over to the left side. Same options on this side. Both knees over to the left, extending your right leg towards the cycles if you'd like more of a hip stretch. And then letting your right shoulder melt back down towards the ground. If you'd like that cat pulling its tail, bending your right leg, reaching back with your left hand, grabbing your foot or your strap. For more of that thigh stretch, let that knee come back towards the front of the room, towards the mirror. Feel that in your body. And then let it softly integrate. If you'd like that lymphatic neck massage, turn your head over towards the props and let your neck lengthen along the left side. I'm going to take some tuning forks around during Shavasana. When I am near you, if you do not hear the sensation of sound, give me a little wave and I'll adjust these tuning forks so that you can. Take a slow breath in through your nose, and on your exhale, release your tail, roll back onto your spine, hug your legs in, take a little reset. And then lift your shoulders off the mat, wrap your forearms around your legs, see if you can get your hands to wrap around your elbows. Squeeze everything into a teeny tiny little ball. Engage your toes, your calves, your thighs, your glutes, your tummy. Pull it in nice and tight. Squeeze everything in your forehead, up by your knees. The teeniest, tiniest ball you've been in your entire life. Squeeze harder. A little sip of air in for one more moment. Exhale, open, release your body into your very favorite Shavasana. Making your way there. A bolster underneath your knees for more support, a blanket if you'd like, maybe even blocks underneath your calves to honor your lower back. Snuggle your shoulders underneath your back for a little more support. Let your jaw soften. Let your eyes float closed. Draw a deep breath into your soft belly. And as you exhale, Shavasana. ankles turn, your wrists turn. Maybe you take your head from one side to the other. Perhaps a good morning stretch, reaching your fingers and your toes in opposite directions, lengthening your body once again, tightening up your muscles, engaging everything. And on your exhale, hugging your knees into your torso and rolling to your favorite side, taking a moment of gratitude for showing up on your mat today, trying something new, finding your edge, and a moment of appreciation for all that is, all that you are, right here, right now. And when you're ready, making your way to a seated position, we'll close our practice together as one. We don't have a class coming in after us, so we can take our time, letting your shoulders soften away. And bringing your hands to the sides of your body. Inhale, scooping your fingers, hands up overhead, bringing with you all of the expansiveness and awareness you brought into your body. Exhaling as you draw your hands to heart center, sealing it in for all your days. I'll read a quote from The Way Forward by Young Pueblo. Aim to be a better person, not a perfect person. Don't fall into an attachment trap where your expectations of yourself are unreasonably high. Find the balance between raising the standard and not punishing yourself when mistakes or setbacks occur. Draw your thumbs to your forehead, your third eye. We'll bow towards the divine light within each of us. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, yogis. Thank yourselves for showing up, trying something new, giving yourself grace when you need to, not letting other people's stuff get in your way. If you like